Hello, how are you doing? You're welcome to this class. In this class, I will be talking about time signature. Time signature. One thing that is very key as far as music is concerned is what we refer to as rhythm. There's actually nothing we want to do without rhythm in music because the things that we do, the songs we play, the songs we sing, they are timed. So time signature is very key when we are dealing with music. So we say that time signature tells us how the music is to be counted. Okay? So usually the time signature is written at the beginning of the staff. By now, I suppose you understand what staff is. A staff is made up of 5 lines and 4 spaces. A staff is made up of 5 lines and 4 spaces. You remember that? And we said we read from the bottom up. We read the time signature. We read the staff from the bottom up. All right. So the time signature is usually positioned on the staff. And when you see a piece of music, you will see that 2 numbers are standing on each other. The top number is the number of notes found in a bar. The top number is the number of notes found in a bar, and the lower number is the value of that note. I'll say that again. When you see a piece of music, immediately after the clef, whether treble clef or bass clef, you will see 2 numbers standing on each other. It is not fraction. It is not 4/4. It is not 3/4. It is not 3/2. It is just 4/4. The upper number is the number of notes found in a bar. A bar is what divides our music into measures. So usually when you see a staff, you see a vertical line this way, and you see notes standing in between. So the note from this bar line to this other bar line will say we have a bar. So the notes found inside that bar, that's what the upper note stands for. Then the lower note now, the lower number now stands for the value of that note. So usually when we see 4/4, the 4 at the base is telling us that the value of that note is a crotchet. Crotchet. So a 4/4 means 4 crotchet notes in a bar. 4 crotchet notes in a bar. A crotchet normally is 1 count. So when we say in a bar we have 4 crotchets, it means we have 1, 1, 1, 1. That's in 4 places. So by implication, it means we have 4 counts. Do you get that? In a bar, if we have 4 crotchets, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 1 in 4 places, which is 4 in all. So as far as music is concerned, it is not compulsory that we must have 4 crotchets in a bar, but it is compulsory that we must have a note that will have the duration of that 4 in a bar. Do you get that? I'll come over again. The duration is specified from the beginning by the reason of the time signature. Okay? So when we have 4/4, for instance, which is 4 crotchets in a bar, it is important that we must have up to 1, 2, 3, 4 in a bar. So it is now not compulsory because we have different rhythms when we sing, when we play. So we can have 1, 2, 1, 2. That is still 4 in a bar. We can have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a semi-brief. That is also 4. So do you get now? So the most important thing is that before we close that bar, by using a bar line, we must have up to 4 counts. Now it is not important that we will sing all of the time as we proceed. There is something we call rest in music also, and these rests also have their duration. So we have a semi-brief rest, we have a minim rest, we have a crotchet rest, we have a quaver rest. Each of them have their duration also, and they have their symbols. So do you get now? So the time signature is usually positioned at the beginning of music to tell us the direction of our song, and that is what will now determine how the rhythm of the song would be. So basically, I'll be talking about four common or commonest actually types of notes that we have. We have the semi-brief, which has four counts. A semi-brief is like a circle, which has four counts. After that, we have minim, which has two counts. So a minim is like a D that you write. It has two counts. Then we have a crotchet. A crotchet is the shaded version of that, like that minim, and it has one count. Then we have a quaver, which is half count. Usually that might not be easy to clap, but when we use it with other notes, then we'll see how it works. So I'll clap the different rhythms, then you will continue from that point. All right, so we have semi-brief, which is four counts. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. For a duration of notes that is more than one, it's important to keep the hands together this way. That is the sign that duration is still ongoing. If I count 1, 2, 3, 4, what I have just done is to clap 4 crotchets, which is not what I intend to do. What I intend to do is to have a semi-brief, which is 4 counts. So I will have 1, 2, 3, 4. For a minim is 2 counts. So 1, 2. It is not 1, 2. If I do that, I have counted 2 crotchets that way. Then for a crotchet, 1. Then for a quaver, we will appreciate a quaver better when we put it in context, like I said. So this is 1, 1, 1. That's crotchet 1. Then we have 1, half, 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 half. So with the duration of 1, we have half, 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 half. So 1, 1, 1. So half, 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 half. Interact with this and let me know if there are further questions that you have as far as time signature is concerned. See you in the next class.